So we start this video by going through the process of sticking the various cant frames. I've decided to stick all through to 12 and then come and mark out the gun portholes afterwards. I'm just too nervous to get it wrong, and I know it'll be a little more trouble to come and do it afterwards, but that's what I've decided to do. This is the upper cant frame number 5. Number 6, and we're starting to have a little of that issue at the foot, so certainly on the next one we're going to have to trim it down on the heel of the cant frame. Sometimes we need a little adjustment, and I prefer to use a hand sander. From cant frame number 7, the furthest point out tends to be the middle of the cant frame rather than at the top. We've adjusted the spacer to suit. We've done the trial fit. Now we're going to glue up port number 7. I hadn't checked the alignment, so this is where we are up to frame 8, and as you can see, it's spot on. Setting up for number 9, which is to be set at 10 degrees. Absolutely great protractor. I'm finding as the angle becomes less and less, I find that it's hard to see the edge, so I put a little pencil line on it. Just a reminder that when you drill in the cant frame, you get a little tiny buildup of wood as the drill comes out, so it's very important to just fight it off so you don't get any residual buildup on the inside of the cant frame. The heel was actually coming out for some reason. I used a clamp to pull it back in. This is number 9 and we're still spot on. I'm really very pleased. Well, here's the first challenge that we're having, that I am 1/64 of an inch more this way than that way according to the square. I'm dead up and down. I'm square against the plan using the card, and it's really at the top where I'm off. So I'm not quite sure why that is. I literally took the 64th out of the spacer, and that seems to have resolved the problem. I made up the two number 11 forward cant frames knowing that there would be an issue, because there's a little dog leg that goes back to the first gun port. So I made up the cant frame to use as a template to help in making this piece. And then after reviewing the two suggested ways of doing it, I decided to go the cast top timber way, which is a little dog leg above the chop joint. We made up the top section at 11 inches and the bottom section at 9 inches. Using the cant frame that we've already made up, this is number 11, we've fit them so that you can see this is 11 inches, this is 9 inches, and so we're now going to stick it, and we put a little piece of wax paper here. We're going to put epoxy on it and then fit it back, and we'll have a perfect dovetail of the one we already made up. And we'll Put it lavishly on all sides. And these alignment pins are very important. Line up that one, line up the back one. Now we're going to clean this off because we don't want any of the epoxy on the join. And we don't want any epoxy on the pin. And we have got it all clamped up. We're also going to put the treenails in before we unclamp it. And this is the second one, waiting on the epoxy to set. They're both complete now. There's a little dog leg and all the chocks are in, and so we're ready to install. The cut on the heel is 4.5 degrees. Because of the little dog leg, we can't use the curd, so we're using a square on the bottom, a square on the side, and hopefully that'll line everything up properly. Now we're adding the port side. The last frame is in, number 12, and well, it's not perfect, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with the job so far. Just taking off the last 3 nails. Number 12 was 2 degrees. We'll clean this up tomorrow when everything is settled down. So we're going to take a little rest now and recover from this very stressful part of the build.